Hi guys and welcome to Gadot Reviews and to this video about something that Grace Randolph said. So as you can see, I'm with my headphones and that means that we're definitely going to listen to something that again Grace said, but this time it's not her fault. She just was relaying what other people said, and I'm actually glad that she brought up this because otherwise I wouldn't know that some people actually said that about who Gal Gadot. So let's see what's the issue here.
See, for special interest groups, which has been a plus and a minus for the character, quite frankly, throughout the years. And while the movie gets the balance just right, so far the media, not so much. Plus, I don't know if you noticed, but a bunch of special interest groups dogpiled onto the character in the movie over the weekend when it was such a big hit. Groups that were not really anywhere to be seen as we ramped up to its release, and maybe when Wonder Woman could have used a little bit more support, right? But now that she's a winner, now that she's popular, everybody wants into the party. So the theme for today's movie math is realistic. All right, so
first trigger word for me, realistic. Okay, but let's continue here.
Wonder Woman did come in on par with the origin films of her male counterparts, with the exception of Deadpool, which is very important because she accomplishes putting an end to the theory that audiences aren't interested in female superheroes.
Yeah, I do think that there were no such thing that audiences are not interested in female superheroes. It's just that the previous movies that we had with the female lead, they were just terrible. Well, when I was a kid, actually those movies were pretty great for me. I mean, I loved Elektra and even Catwoman. I was a little kid, guys, so yeah, maybe only little kids would like those movies. I don't know, but I did enjoy Catwoman and I did enjoy Elektra very much so. I didn't see any problems with those movies. They were not like my super favorite movies, but I even have Catwoman on VHS, so yeah. Yeah, but I do realize now what are their shortcomings and so on.
That's really big, and
I'm really glad that Wonder Woman actually managed to open that big. I was really worried that it's going to be below 100 million, but gladly it wasn't. And let's remember, just to throw that in there, that yeah, you know what I'm going to say, probably, I don't know, that in the 90s and early 2000s, Xena was even more successful than Baywatch as a TV show at some point. She beat Hercules, a lot of other shows. She had amazing ratings for the times. And that was a female lead, a pioneer kind of a show that led to the show Buffy. And I know that Buffy was a movie long before Xena was created, but it flopped terribly. But Joss Whedon was actually a Xena fan, and he really was inspired, so that's why he also created the Fate character to copy Callisto from Xena, and the interactions and relationships that she had with Buffy was also very inspired by the same relationship and interactions between Xena and Callisto. So I mean that we had famous and very successful female characters and heroines from the 90s to the middle of, okay, I mean when Charmed also run. I don't know what 2000 year was that, 2008 maybe Charmed was over, and some around that maybe Buffy was over. I just don't remember anymore, but the point is, guys, that those are female-led shows. They were not movies, but they were super successful because they are very good, minus kind of some episodes and seasons of Buffy were really lame, at least for me. But the point is, guys, that when a female superhero is good, when the show or movie is good, it's going to be successful no matter if it's a female superhero or not. We have to stop with the gender separation, so to speak, with the sex separation. I mean to say that much, because I still see people that when they see Wonder Woman, I see in the comments some guy said like, I can't relate to her because she's a woman, which is ridiculous because I'm a human being, and guys are human beings. We are the same species, which some men here in Bulgaria still can't figure out, by the way. But anyways, so basically What I mean is that I can relate and understand a male superhero the same way that I can understand a female superhero. Yeah, maybe in some ways, depending on the story, I can understand more a female superhero, but that is just, I don't know, guys. I mean, I personally am very good psychologist, so to speak, so I understand and get people no matter from what sex or gender they are. And these days, those things are, two different things. So I can get people because there are, first of all, people than anything else. Than the gender or the gender they identify with or whatever. The first thing that you are is a person. So I can understand everybody. And when I was growing up, I wanted to be Superman, Spider-Man. I didn't even think that, oh yeah, they are guys. Like, who cares if they are guys? I want to have their powers to be, them to fly and to do all those amazing things, to save people, to help people. And Wonder Woman wasn't really popular at that time when I was growing up. Just because we are in Bulgaria and some superheroes managed to, break in and become famous here because of their shows, and some just didn't, but they did know Wonder Woman by name. But anyways, guys, let's continue here. I just wanted to explain all that we shouldn't even think that she's a woman. I mean, female superheroes do need more attention, they do need more, more development, more movies, just to be up to par with the male. But then after that, when that's accomplished, we shouldn't be like, oh yeah, she's a female superhero and he's a man. We shouldn't be having this unnecessary like separation, because a hero is a hero no matter what gender or sex they are. They're just human beings, or superhero out of this world, awesome humanoids that do great things, and that should be the only focus, what they have to offer as qualities and super awesomeness, and that's it. So it shouldn't be all the time like, oh, that's womanly, woman. First establish, like, let's have more female-led movies, and in the same time let's have the male movies, of course. And then when that's kind of more even, we should totally stop to make a issue, or not make an issue, but emphasizing it over and over again, that that's a male-led movie and that's a female-led. I mean, it doesn't freaking matter. The heroes of both sexes should have enough of expression and screen time and all of that. So everything should be equal, and that's it. But let's continue here, and what the heck is the problem?
Some people, by the way, say, oh well, she's too good looking. Gal Gadot is not the average woman, and that's what Wonder Woman should represent. Is this really feminism? I saw that headline a couple of places over the weekend, right? And I did, to be fair, see a lot of some people who were asked, the New York Magazine review for the film, in fact, came under fire for focusing quite a bit on Gal Gadot's looks, more than the movie does, quite frankly. The two places I saw it actually were this review, and also they were talking to an older male Academy member, because we'll get to that, the Oscar talk that's already starting for Wonder Woman, and these guys just couldn't stop talking about how good looking they thought Gal Gadot was, which is unfortunate because, again, that's not what the movie is about. But in the defense of the movie, Gal Gadot is right in line with her male counterparts, right? I mean, this is just who Hollywood casts in the role of a hero. I mean, and it's not like there aren't opportunities for other types of actors. Seth Rogen, the Green Hornet, I think, it wasn't his fault, and it did okay at the box office, but Michelle Gondry was, I think, a little bit too experimental. And then Melissa McCarthy had a really big home run with Spy. So I don't think that that's an appropriate criticism of Wonder Woman. I think she not only her box office is on par with her male counterparts, but the way the movie is put together is on par. The only difference is that she's a woman. And that's what's very exciting. That Wonder Woman proves that getting the right character matched with the right actor, the right director, and the right screenwriter, we're going to talk about Alan Heinberg, can get it done, can get the job done. And what's exciting about that is that it means that it could work for other ethnicities, sexualities, etc., right? That we could eventually have heroes from those groups.
Basically, guys, that is just ridiculous. I mean, when I heard that somebody was complaining that Gal Gadot was too beautiful for Wonder Woman, like, my blood boiled completely, because that is first discrimination. Second, she's not supposed to be the average woman. And thirdly, she's a freaking superhero. She's not. She's supposed to be beautiful. And let's not forget that she's half god, or in the comics she is now a god. Gods are freaking beautiful. They don't have physical flaws, and they're not supposed to be having physical flaws. Yes, Ares, that they picked, to play Ares, that guy. He doesn't look anything like a god, which I think is a mistake from a visual standpoint. It's just, not logical at all. I just wish that he had a better form. But first, Gal Gadot is not too beautiful. I mean, there's not such thing as too beautiful. She's supposed to be too beautiful. I mean, she's supposed to be the most beautiful, like the movie said, actually, when at the end it was like, it's not like she's not the most beautiful woman that you've ever seen, because Steve Trevor was trying to dress her so she can look more, like a common woman, like a regular woman, but that still didn't work because she was still stunning in her outfit. So basically, all those crazy critics or SJWs or whatever they are, no feminism only when it's ugly, when women are ugly or fat and ugly, or only one or the other, only then feminism. But when it comes to what Wonder Woman, in this case, because we're talking about Wonder Woman, when it comes to an actress that is the perfect, personification of Wonder Woman, excluding the blue eyes, because as I said, I really wish that she could have blue eyes. But anyways, when it comes to that, there's no feminism. Why she's so beautiful? Why she's not looking like the average woman? Did you see like an average man in those superhero roles? Except Robert Downey Jr. and Tobey Maguire, they don't really look very superhero in terms of body types and faces, but anyways, but they still have some kind of qualities. They don't look like super out of shape, super. We can go more into depth of the male superheroes, but most male superheroes, as the women superheroes, are very, 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 very attractive. And Wonder Woman is, you could say, maybe the most attractive female superhero. She's supposed to be that way. She's, again, half goddess or goddess, whatever. Her mother is amazingly beautiful woman, the queen of the Amazons. Her father is Zeus, who I'm imagining him to be the most manly god out of them all, from the Greek gods. So she is supposed to be all of that and everything you can ever think of. Why are people so stupid and unfair? I don't know, guys. And she is what feminism is really supposed to be like: equality, not all men are evil or all men are bad or whatever. Steve Trevor was presented perfectly in the movie. He was manly enough, charismatic enough, skillful enough, clever enough. He was a real man. He was a real, gentleman and manly man. And he was very, very, very up to par with her and what he's supposed to be. And that is amazing. He was a quality person, not only a quality guy. And she's a quality person, not only a quality woman. So the movie just made this great balance between the two, and I couldn't be happier with how they did it. So Gal Gadot, it's not her fault that she's awesome. She's just perfect, basically. And all those older guys that said that, the critics, well, of course, they're horny old guys. You can say that I personally had some older guys that could be even my grandfather that had, crush on me. But I'm just going to get sick even thinking about that. But I had some of those, like quite a few of those, during my growing up process till now. So they're going to be the way that they are. And if they're focusing on that instead of the movie, that's their fault. Like we say here, in Bulgaria, they have weak angels. Yeah, which just basically means that they just think with their other head, so to speak. And that's not, Wonder Woman's fault. The other thing is that, the gay community, is trying to pull the character in their direction, and in the comic books they recently made Wonder Woman, you know, bi. It really doesn't matter her sexuality, but I don't understand why she should be bi. Yes, I know that she said even in the movie that when it comes to men, they're not really needed for pleasure, kind of hinting that you can do it yourself, so to speak. But that was based on what she read. It doesn't mean that she's actually attracted to women. I mean, speaking of the movie, she's definitely not bi or gay. There's no hinting of anything like that. She was just fascinated when she saw a man for the first time, meaning, of course, Steve Trevor, and that's it. So, in the movie, she's definitely not bi or gay, at least not for now. As for the comics, they did that just, you know, to please the certain times that we live in, I think. Which is totally unnecessary for me. I mean, yeah, of course, again, it doesn't matter if she is whatever she wants to be. I mean, it doesn't matter with who she wants to share her bed. It really doesn't matter at all. Like at all. But when they did that, it was kind of the cliche that a strong female character must be bi or must be gay, which is such a stereotype at this point. Just really wish that they didn't do that, because I've seen that a lot of times with Xena and other characters from games and just a lot of other things. And to this point, when I heard that, there were so many cases of that I was just like, what, Wonder Woman 2? Like, why? Just let her be how she was till now. That's, you know, that's just my opinion, guys, just how I feel about this. Of course, let me know what you think. And so guys, that is it. You can let me know what you think in the comments as always, and please check out my latest video on my fitness channel about Jennifer Lawrence and what she said and why I don't agree with that. You know, health and fitness related, of course. That's it, guys. Until next time with Gadot reviews. Bye, guys.